At 61, Melissa Gilbert finally tells the truth about Melissa Sue Anderson. Melissa Gilbert, born Melissa Ellen Gilbert on May 8, 1964, in Los Angeles, entered the world under difficult circumstances when her biological parents, David Darlington and Kathy Wood, chose adoption out of love and concern for her future, a decision that led her almost immediately into the arms of actors Paul Gilbert and Barbara Crane, immersing her from infancy in a world shaped by performance, discipline, and creativity. Raised in a household steeped in Hollywood tradition and Jewish cultural values, Melissa's childhood was marked by both privilege and loss, including her parents' divorce when she was 8 and the devastating death of her adoptive father in 1976, experiences that quietly shaped her emotional depth and resilience even as she was building a career few children could imagine. From commercials to her career-defining role as Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie, a part she won. Against hundreds of hopefuls, Melissa grew up in front of millions, transforming the series into a cultural touchstone and herself into a household name, while continuing to stretch artistically through acclaimed films, television movies, voice acting as Batgirl, stage work, and later reality television, authorship, producing, directing, and even a brief foray into politics, all while navigating personal challenges, public scrutiny, and 3 marriages that reflected her growth from child star to self-aware adult. Yet at 61, looking back with clarity and grace, Melissa finally chose to speak openly about one of the most discussed and misunderstood relationships of her life, her bond with Little House co-star Melissa Sue Anderson, revealing that while the public imagined a flawless friendship, the truth was far more complex, shaped by the pressures of fame, long hours, emotional growth, and the reality of being children in an adult world, explaining that their connection was real and meaningful but not always easy, that jealousy, insecurity, and distance were natural byproducts of growing up under constant observation, and that with time she has come to understand that friendships formed in extraordinary circumstances do not always fit conventional expectations. Speaking not with bitterness but with respect, Melissa emphasized her admiration for Anderson's quiet strength, professionalism, and talent, acknowledging the lessons learned alongside her and the unbreakable bond forged during their most formative years, even as their paths diverged, making clear that her honesty now is not about reopening wounds but honoring truth, perspective, and maturity, reminding fans that behind the wholesome image of childhood stardom lies a nuanced human reality, where relationships evolve, memories deepen, and understanding finally arrives, not to erase the past, but to embrace it fully, with compassion, gratitude, and peace.